program. Well, this morning we'll turn our attention to the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, the synergy between the army and the police. What exactly is happening concerning this particular synergy of this security operatives in Nigeria, and how can the two organizations and others have that synergy to ensure the nipping board the spate of insecurity in the country. How safe is Nigeria at the moment when we're saying army or soldiers indeed mistakenly or allegedly killing three policemen in the spate of kidnapping in the country is becoming worrisome at this time, and that's why we're looking at this development. And joining me on the program this morning, his name is Sesan Okunade, is a public affairs analyst and a legal practitioner. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us
Good
on the
morning.
program this morning.
Morning.
All right, looking at what we're discussing this morning, tackling insecurity in the country. Let's go straight to the point. What exactly is happening concerning the synergy between the army and the police?
Before we look at the synergy, it's really worrisome the level we have actually dragged ourselves to on the aspect of security in this country. It's quite pathetic that you wake up day by day and all you hear is about the killings here and there. If it is not three, to be 10, 20. You don't wake up to talk about how will the economy grow, how will anything. So it's really, really, really worrisome. And before now, it used to be in the north, but now it's across the board. The southwest is not safe, the north is not safe, the east is not safe. Every aspect is really, really, really worrisome. Going by the story that we had during the week of the killing of the three gallant police officers by the army, it called for a deep thinking. How did we get here? It's just like there is no synergy between the agencies and the arms of government. There's a problem. There is a lacuna because it's quite. If you look at the words from the police and from
The reaction from the army.
army, it's there is no common ground, and it's part of what we've been saying before. Now, intelligence gathering, we lack it in our with our security officers. It's quite worrisome that the police informed us that those guys identified themselves, and the police are saying that no, they did not. But what is quite worrisome there is that a bandit was actually with them, the kidnapper Kimpi, that was actually picked by
Alaji Amisu.
Alaji Amisu, was picked by the police. And we learned that he was handcuffed, hands and leg. But now we can trace him. So that gives us a kind of what actually the problem we faced between them. Because we keep telling them it's happening between the army and the police today. Even the police and the masses, there is no wide difference. The way and manner people shoot sporadically, you just stop someone, and possibly because of fear or anything, the next thing they are hungry in shooting. Either the army, either the police, we are very eager. Look at what happened at the protesters on Monday. Look at the way journalists, protesters were actually harassed. These are not what we want in this country. There should, when we call on security officers, they are to secure our lives and not to threaten us. This that is happening between the army, thank God the president has actually waged it. That proper investigation should be carried out. But I'm just worried. I hope we will not end up to say those guys that killed the police officer are not army.
Or are you trying to tag them as unknown soldiers?
It might be possible because we've had scenarios where issues will happen, and you will come out and say, the guy in question, it's not an armed
But
force
the
person.
army gave a press statement yesterday concerning what transpired.
But that's quite different from what
Yeah,
the
and
police are
when
given.
they had to open fire on that particular bus, it's a white bus, and they had to open a fire on them. And because I didn't know how they will beat three security checkpoints and they were not stopped by these soldiers. and after beating the 3 security checkpoints, they had to open fire on them because they decided not to wait. If you are conversant with a checkpoint of soldiers, you know it's not something you can quickly maneuver.
Of course, we have it in the southwest here. At least most of the time when I'm traveling to Ondo Ekiti side, it's something that have like a curve. It's not a straight road, so it's quite worrisome how somebody will. And most of those places, you always have traffic.
Definitely.
You always have traffic because it's either they are stopping the upcoming vehicle for this one coming in opposite direction. So it's except what I can think in that direction is probably the police actually blew one way, ignore this other side. But I am very sure that when they get to the checkpoint, they always have a way of stopping you. You can't maneuver all round. But if they said they are not stopping and they beat every security, I don't think eating at the vehicle it's what we should do. Their tires are there. They are trained to eat some of this narrow thing at distance. If you have deflated the tire and you get those guys out, because if you kill anybody, take for example if they are not police officers and they are bandits, how do you extract facts from them when they are dead? So whatever you want to achieve at that point in time is as good as dead on arrival. So we want a kind of, we don't know whether it's going to be continuous training because this is not obtainable in the developed world. It's not obtainable where all you do is you just want to shoot at anyone you see. Because if these guys are criminals that we need to extract information from them, it will be difficult to do because by now they are dead. And they cannot, because they are dead, we are not having the clear picture. You know, yes, say, if it is not +1, it will be -1. But the victim can give a possibly accurate account of what is happening. But now those guys that are culprit of those things are dead. I learned 2 additional people possibly died
One civilian died with them.
and I think 2 additional that were injured died whether yesterday or not. So we need to, if the people that are supposed to protect us, we are now scared of them, then there is problem in the land. Let me tell you, several people now find it difficult to travel by road. Even to go to the likes of Akure, goes to even Ijebu.
Was it not along Ijebu the axis that about 5 pastors were kidnapped? That was on Friday last week because I had the same program here last week Saturday when we were discussing about the 5 pastors kidnapped along Ijebu
road. You understand? So I don't know. We have actually asked that it's beyond this physical presence on the road. We need to bring in technology to administer some of these things. Drones, CCTVs.
The federal government has promised to start doing that. But if you recall,
it's not about promise, my brother.
If you recall that even the vice president made mention of having these soldiers on our highways to check this issue of insecurity in the country. We're starting seeing the results now. If soldiers are there, let's start looking at a solution. You made mention of reorientation. These soldiers need to be much more informed to the sense that they will not just see anyone and be trigger friendly. We need to have that safety when we come close to a soldier on the highway. With what transpired in Taraba State is an eye-opener that there is no synergy between the army and the police. The police said, well, we went into that division, we filed in our proper information that this is the covert operation they're about to embark on, and that is the result of what transpired. Something is fishy somewhere.
You see, part of the things, I don't know, I'm not a security expert, but I know most of the guys that operate on the road, there are these things they wear then that you call bulletproof, where if somebody fires at you. I think government should invest in that because One, I feel is they always side under self-defense. We've seen instances where issues happen between the masses and the police, and the question will be self-defense. Possibly, if you get to a police checkpoint, you are not expected to put your hand in the pocket. You understand? The guy might react thinking that you want to act back at him and he wants to defend it because he is not protected. Majority of the people on the highway does not have that bulletproof kind of
Jackets.
jacket that they can use to protect themselves. So in this kind of scenario, the first thing they want to do is to hit back at you so that they can be secure. So we need a kind of reorientation on the part of the military officers, on the part of the police, and on the part of the people. We've been outside this world. If you move out of this country, if you get to any checkpoint, there's this orientation that you just raise up your hand, nothing. Even when they ask you to park, you remove your hand off the steering and like nothing. If they ask you to come down, you come down like that. You obey. But situation somebody wants to prove and say, why do you want to stop me? And that takes us to the fact that most people does not even, except for army, respect our police officers. This one that we are bringing the military, we are not at war. What they are trained is to attack. They are for external defense, not for internal one. But because the internal one, which are the police officers, we don't have enough, they are not well motivated, they are not well taken care of. So people
Well
are not
equipped.
people are not attracted to go to that profession. I don't see anyone that will wake up one day and say, I want to be a police officer.
But we have a lot of people who are also vying. The last time the federal government opened the portal for recruitment, about 10,000, we quite had a number of young people who went to apply to become police officers.
The people that actually applied for some of those jobs is
Just a moment, let's quickly open the phone line to get the reaction of Nigerians on what we're looking at this morning. Is there any synergy between the police and the army? What's your take on this development? Thank you so much for joining us. Back to you, Sesan.
so you discover that majority of this. I was at Police Academy Woodell. If you get to that level, you know, you go to Police Academy, you will not be on the road. These are officers that will stay in the office. If you have had an encounter with these guys, most of their head team, you approach them. The way they talk to you is quite different from the way the guy that is holding the gun on the road will talk to you.